Hi, I'm Graham Lofthouse and I'm here at Lands of Drumhead today, and we're looking at the reseeding programme that I put in place back in February with the family here. We've gone with a 5A mixture in conjunction with Watson seeds. The field was chosen to go in 5A because it's a high clover mixture. It's got good digestibility of grasses in it, and we're looking at up productivity from that field and generally across the whole farm with a reseeding programme. It'll predominantly be used for lamb fattening, but also for silage production possibly as well. The field was established using ploughing and a full cultivation. If you could see the field, it's established really well at the present moment in time. We did have a very low pH on the soil. The soil was only at 5.5 back in 2024. We've put 5 tonne of lime a hectare on then, and we've put another 5 tonne of lime a hectare on. So we're pushing about 6.4, 6.5 pH hopefully just now, which is optimum really for our new reseed going in. So we've done everything we can to get the best that we can out of this field. I think we've got a lot of potential with the whole farm here, and there's a lot of potential to improve productivity through the reseeding programme we've put in place. This year we've had a lot of challenges in the grazing season. We've got the boom or bust almost, you could call it. So we had the perfect storm, not an overly wet winter, came into April, May time, which is our peak growth grazing season or growing season in Scotland, and we went through a significantly dry period, probably 6 to 8 weeks for most people. You then get grass going what I would call reproductive. Basically it's doing everything it can to seed at that point in time, because if it doesn't seed, it can't save itself. So it shoots up a seed head, we lose digestibility, we lose grazing quality, animal performance suffers, growth potential of that lay suffers, but you're left with, at the end of it, stemmy material on the top. Now, we've got two options. We can just leave it there, and that's the plant done for the year. Or we can manage that. Now, there's several ways of managing it. The simplest way and the cheapest way is if you've got mature cows, or dry ewes, or dry hogs, get them into that area, short, quick grazing sections over that area, or all the farm if you can. Tidy it down quickly, like 4 to 5 days maximum, zip it off, reset it, 4 centimetres is optimum, get out of there, let it recover again. Ideally you would do all this when there's rain forecasted. If you're in a dry situation, don't take it off, because you need what you have. Once you've got that rain, like I say, take it off. If cattle and sheep are not available to do it, well, a mower comes into play. And a mower is the best thing to use, because it cuts it off nice and neat again, just like an animal biting it. And that basically resets the pasture. And I would say you should do maybe a fourth to a fifth of the area at a time as you're going round. So do it segmented rather than all at once, because if you do it all at once, you've just got a whole farm that's on the floor. Grass has really got an undefined lifespan, other than if you go for Westables, Italians or hybrids. Those are obviously got lifespans of about a year to 4 years in productivity or life expectancy. But other perennials have really got an undefined lifespan, and it's actually our management that dictates how long that plant will last for. So really, as I said earlier on, stopping the plant actually going to seed head actually prolongs its life expectancy. So actually keeping that leafy sward going all the time, good grassland management, keep your nutrition correct on the farm, so basically your pHs, Ps and Ks, keep them at optimum levels, and you're doing everything you can for sown species. So we're not talking about weed grasses or bents and fescues, but we're talking about perennials, cocksfoot timothies. If we keep them in the sward, we'll prolong the life of that sward an undefined period of time. Generally under set stock system, grass will deplete because we are not able to manage it as optimally as it would like to be. So you just have to look for weed species that are coming into it. Once you have about 50% weed species in your sward, you're probably looking at your needing to reseed at that point in time, or you need to be bringing that into the reseeding programme. Those two of my key messages that I'd like people to go home with after today is, think about how you manage your grass to get the best out of it that you can possibly. And secondly, think about how managing that grass affects stock performance, because the two things are interlinked.